please, to the microphone, LOWKEY, rapper and poet, LOWKEY!
Thank you very much. I think Jeremy Corbyn was completely correct to call it a shock doctrine. And I think what's interesting about what is taking place is you have generations of MPs who went to university for free, asking the next generation of students to pay $9 grand a year. Now I have an interesting idea for those MPs that support this. Why don't they retrospectively pay $9 grand for every single year they were in university education? I think that would go some way to helping. I think what's really peculiar as well about Mr. Nick Clegg, who I'm sure has been spoken about a lot today, is the tuition fees was not the only thing that he completely changed and U-turned on once he got into power. Prior to becoming the Deputy Prime Minister, he was actually calling for an arms embargo on the State of Israel. Within the last 2 weeks, he did a speech where he talked about maybe he was wrong about Israel. It seems he was wrong about Israel. I'm not sure why many of us are surprised. I think this is what happens, you know? So we must also be 100% clear that while they are talking about cutting spending here, cutting jobs there, cutting benefits there, cutting EMA here, we also have to realize that this country is involved in the occupation of Afghanistan and the full-fledged support of Israel in the Middle East. These are things which we must not just unite against now when we're talking about benefits and cuts and education. We must unite against stopping this occupation of Afghanistan because it's our government as well. Do we want to take a role in our government's actions around the world? Then we must take direct action against that. And also I would like to say it's wonderful to see the students out there doing what they're doing. And I think all of us should support that wholeheartedly. And also, I think something that was interesting about the Millbank protests, as somebody who was there, and I am proud to say I was there, is that I didn't see more than 50 police the whole time I was there. Now, what I honestly believe is that the police, like other working people, have seen that they are under threat of having their jobs cut. And they thought, if you want to cut our jobs, this is the type of policing you will get, and rightfully so. But we also have to question why the HQ of the party that's in government it seems to be less protected than the Embassy of Israel in Kensington. Why? I think that's a question that's worth asking. But honestly, at the end of the day, we must always take it back to this, and it's a quote from someone called Frederick Douglass. He said, "Power concedes nothing without demand. So we must always demand, 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 demand." Thank you very much.